Hello friends, welcome to Law and GK. So friends, on this channel we discuss the contents of law and previous year papers of judicial services and other legal exams.
And friends, in today's video we are going to discuss the preliminary exam paper of JHARKHAND Judicial Services 2014. So this is the paper of 2014 which was conducted in April 2014. So you can see the question paper comes like this. Now this pattern has been changed. Booklet series now is coming here, booklet number now coming here, as I mentioned in our previous videos, but these instructions are still same. You have to fill your roll number here. Black and blue black point pen can be used, and 100 questions, 1 mark and no negative marking.
I hope कि ये videos आपके लिए बड़ी useful रहेंगी. So friends, if you are preparing for judicial services, this channel will be very useful for you. आपके लिए बड़ा ही beneficial रहेगा. And अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो तो जरूर लाइक कीजिएगा, शेयर कीजिएगा अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ. And don't forget to subscribe the channel. And while subscribing, don't forget to press the bell icon so that you can get the notification of our upcoming videos. And अगर आपको हमारे efforts अच्छे लगे हो तो in addition to like and subscribe, kindly give us a super thanks. Super thanks is a way to appreciate the content creator. आप जो है जो भी कंटेंट बनाता है उसको अप्रिशिएट करने के लिए
आप जितना भी अमाउंट चाहें डोनेट कर सकते हैं. मिनिमम इज 40 रुपीज. सो डोंट फॉरगेट टू गिव अस अ सुपर थैंक्स. सो लेट्स मूव टू द क्वेश्चन पेपर. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 इज फ्रॉम द फॉलोइंग वर्ड्स द मिसस्पेल्ड वर्ड इज relinquish, it is correct. Illuminate, it is correct. Exodus, it must be EXODUS, so this is incorrect. Dependency, it is correct. So misspelled is C. C is the answer. Next, 2, gynophobia stands for fear of women. A is the answer. Fear of sex is called as coitophobia. Fear of chins, geniophobia. Fear of marriage, gamophobia. All right. Next, 3, the word which is most opposite in the meaning to the word random is, what is random? Which was not pre-planned, है ना? So which is just incidental, and the opposite is deliberate. D is the answer. मतलब जानबूझ के किया है. Next is find the odd words out. Necessary, fundamental, essential, they all are synonyms. And peripheral, what is the meaning of peripheral? Which is not important. So A is the answer. Next, 5, one who walks in sleep is called as somnambulist. C is the answer. Who is imposter? Who imposes to be someone else. Next, 6, choose the tense form of the following sentence. I was standing outside the post office. This is was है, there is was, it means it is past, and ing is there, so it is continuous. So it is past continuous tense. B is the answer. Next, 7, I am trying to phone her but I can't get up. Get up means to wake up, या फिर to stand up. Get through means succeed. So but I can't succeed, so I cannot get through. B is the answer. Next is 8, which of the following is a sentence with coordinating conjunction? He held my hand lest I should fall. Or he is slow but he is honest. This is the coordinating conjunction, so B is the answer. Next, 9, the word which is most similar in the meaning to the word thrashing. Thrashing means to beat. So beating. B is the answer. Next is 10, the group of words which is most similar in the meaning to the word vanished is gone missing, या फिर was found, या फिर was killed, left behind. Gone missing. A is the answer. Next is 11, in which state the first lokayukt was appointed? Was Maharashtra. B is the answer. Maharashtra was the first state who introduced Lokayukt Act, and first Lokayukt was SP Kotwal, appointed in 25th October 1972. In Rajasthan, first Lokayukt was I.D. Dua, and he was appointed in 25th August 1973. So B is the answer. Next is 12. International Workers' Day is observed on 1st May. C is the answer. Next 13. The ratio of width of our national flag to its length is 2:3. B is the answer. Next 14. Law Day is celebrated in India on which one of the following dates? On 26th November. D is the answer. Why? Because our constitution was adopted on 26th November. Next 15. The state of Jharkhand was established on 15 November 2000. A is the answer. Next 16. On the basis of area, the largest state in India is, now it is Rajasthan after the reorganization of Uttar Pradesh. Next 17. Joule is the unit of energy. C is the answer. Next 18. Antibiotics prevents pain, destroy body germs quickly if it do not prevent germs from growing. It destroys body germs quickly. B is the answer. Next 19. Where did Akbar born? Akbar was born in Amarkot. D is the answer. And date was 15th October 1542. Next 20. The Tax Reform Commission was set up by Ministry of Finance. C is the answer. Next 21. During proceeding for execution of a decree, if a question arises as to whether any person is or is not representative of a party, such question shall be determined by, obviously, the court executing the decree. B is the answer. And where is the provision? Section 47 CPC. Next 22. In execution of a decree other than decree for the maintenance passed against A, what shall be the attachable portion if his salary is 10,000 per month? So other than maintenance, first 1,000 and 2/3 cannot be attached. So minus 1,000 is 9,000. Okay, so 1/3 of this. So 3,000 can be attached. C is the answer. As per section 60 of CPC. Next 23. In an interpreter suit, there are several claimants claiming the property adverse to each other. Only one claimant claiming against the other, या फिर there are several claimants claiming the property under common interest of all. Under the common interest of all, C is the answer. And which the provision for interpreter suit under section 88 and order 35. Next 24. The court cannot order execution of a decree as per the section 51 of CPC in which of the following ways? By delivery of any property specifically decreed. It can be done. Attachment, sale of property, yes. Serving summons on the party, it is not necessary. Appointment of receiver, yes. So C is the answer. Next 25. If the appellant withdraws the appeal preferred against a decree passed ex parte, the application under order 9 rule 13 shall be maintainable. C is the answer. A repeated question, very common question. Next 26. Where a suit is abated or dismissed under order 22 of CPC on the same cause of action, a new suit may be instituted on the consent of the parties, या फिर fresh suit may be filed with the prior permission of the court. If no fresh suit shall be brought. No fresh suit shall be brought. C is the answer. And where this is mentioned? It is mentioned in order 22 and rule 9. Next 27. Which of the following is not correct regarding the powers of appellate court? Appellate court has the power to determine a case finally, yes. Has a power to remand the case, yes. Has no power to take additional evidence, no, it is wrong. Has power to frame issue and refer them to trial, yes. So C is wrong, and this is also a repeat question. Very common question. and where this is mentioned, powers of appellate court in section 107 CPC. Next 28, period of detention in civil imprisonment as a consequence of disobedience of or breach of any injunction shall not exceed 3 months. B is the answer. This is mentioned in Order 39, Rule 2A. Next 29, if a party who has obtained an order to amend the pleading under CPC, if not amended after expiration of how many days, shall not be permitted to amend the same without the leave of the court. 14 days, C is the answer. And where it is mentioned? It is mentioned in Order 6, Rule 18. Next 30, where party dies after conclusion of the hearing and before pronouncing of judgment, the suit shall not abate. C is the answer. It is mentioned where? Order 22, Rule 6. Next 31, an application for revision under CPC is filed under. So the sequence is reference, review, and revision. Isn't that? 113, 14, and 115. Okay. So revision is where? 115. B is the answer. 14 is review, and 13 is reference. Next 32, before filing a suit against the government under section 80 of CPC, it requires a notice to be given to the government of, it is notice of 2 months actually. So 60 days is the answer. A is the answer. Next 33, exemption from personal appearance in the court is provided under. Now this is a controversial question. How? 132 mentions exemption of certain women from personal appearance and 133 of other persons. Alright, so they are not mentioning which one, other person or the woman, and a personal appearance in the court they are mentioning only this. So if you talk generally, then 133 can be answered, but 132 can also be the answer. Next 34, a suit in respect of public charities is provided under section 92 CPC. A is the answer. Next 35, suit of indigent person has been provided under Order 33. B is the answer. 32 is death, marriage, insolvency, है ना? And 39 is suit by or against minor or person of unsound mind. 29 is suit by or against corporation. 34 is mortgage suit. Next 36, the provision in respect of summary procedure has been laid down under Order 37 CPC. A is the answer. What is Order 36? Special case. 38 is arrest and attachment before judgment. 40 is appointment of receiver. Next 37, under section 37 CrPC, every person is bound to assist a magistrate or a police officer in the taking or preventing the escape of any other person whom such magistrate or police is authorized to arrest. It is correct. In the prevention or suppression of breach of peace. Yes. Prevention of any injury attempted to committed to railway. Yes. All of the above. D is the answer. Next 38, in a cognizable case under IPC, the police will have all the powers to investigate except the power to arrest without warrant, including the power of arrest without warrant. B is the answer. Case is cognizable case, na? So definition of cognizable case is mentioned where? Section 2C of CrPC. Next 39, for the purpose of taking cognizance of an offence, what period of limitation is prescribed by the court for an offence carrying punishment not exceeding 1 year? So section 468 of CrPC mentions it. If the punishment is of fine only, then 6 months. If the imprisonment is up to 1 year, then it is 1 year, and from 1 to 3 year it is 3 year, and 3 and above no limitation. So not exceeding 1 year, it is 1 year. C is the answer. Next 40, what is the maximum period an executive magistrate may authorize the detention of an accused in custody? 7 days. C is the answer, mentioned in section 167 itself. CrPC. Next 41, who is not entitled to any maintenance under Chapter 9 of CrPC? Divorced wife, yes. Entitled hai. Judicially separated wife, yes. Illegitimate child, yes. Physically and mentally able adult son. It is mentioned able son. So he's not how able and also adult. Adult means major, not a kid, not a child. So he's not entitled. So D is the answer. And where is the provision? Section 125 CrPC. Next 42. How long a warrant of arrest shall remain in force? Until executed or cancelled. D is the answer. And where this is mentioned? It is mentioned in section 70 CrPC. Next 43. What is the time limit prescribed within which claims and objection to attachment to be made under CrPC? 6 months. A is the answer. Mentioned where? In section 85 subsection 2. Next 44. Under what appropriate section a magistrate may issue an order of injunction? Under section 142. B is the answer. Next 45. Under what section of CrPC magistrate may direct local investigation? Section 139. A is the answer. Next 46. Whom the following may ask for security for keeping peace on conviction? It is either court of session or judicial magistrate first class. D is the answer. And I have also given you a chart in my previous video. If you have noticed it or not, I don't know. So just write section 106, 107, 108, 109, 110. So on conviction, other cases, seditious matter, suspected person and habitual offender. So court of session or judicial magistrate first class. Then EM, executive magistrate, EM. How many years? For 3 year, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, 3 year. Okay. So whenever you're going in the exam, just write it down this small chart on the rough space. In every exam, you will get a rough space in the paper itself. So as soon as you get the paper, just write it down over there so that you can just remember it in the paper. This one question will always come from this chart. Next is 47. What is the maximum period under section 110 CrPC for furnishing security prescribed for keeping good behavior? It is 3 years. D is the answer. You can see this 2 questions came from that chart only. Small chart. You will hardly take 10 seconds to make it. Next 48. A confession made under section 164 CrPC can be recorded by magistrate during the course of trial or investigation. Investigation. B is the answer. Next 49. Trial commences in warrant case instituted on police report with the issuance of process against the accused person or with the submission of police report on framing of formal charge. Formal charge pe to hoga. C is the answer. Next 50. Which of the following statement need not be signed by the maker? Statement under section 161 given to police is not required to be signed. C is the answer. Next 51. Under which section of law magistrate has power to issue commission for examination of witness in prison? That is section 271. B is the answer. Next 52. Under which section of law the court has provision to direct tender of pardon to the accused before pronouncement of judgment? That is section 306. That is section 307. B is the answer. 306 is tender pardon to accomplice. Always remember this thing. And this is the power of magistrate, and 307 is the power of court of session. Mind this as well. Okay. Next 53. If question asked to witness to any matter relevant to the matter in issue and answer given by witness to such question will criminate him, then the witness shall be compelled to answer such question if he shall not be compelled. The witness can be compelled to answer such question. A is the answer. And where this is provided? It is provided under section 148 of Evidence Act. Next is question number 54. Estoppel has been defined under section 115. A is the answer. Next 55, the presumption of legitimacy under section 112 is a presumption of law. A is the answer. And they are talking about the Evidence Act. They should have mentioned that. Next 56, a witness may, while under examination, refresh his memory by referring to any writing made by himself at a time of the transaction or soon afterwards. This provision is provided under section 159. A is the answer. Next 57, leading question has been defined under which section of Indian Evidence Act? Under section 141. A is the answer. Next 58, under which section of Indian Evidence Act a public servant shall not be compelled to disclose communication made to him in official confidence? That is 124. B is the answer. Next 59, A is charged with travelling in a railway without a ticket. The burden of proving that he had a ticket is on the accused. A. B is the answer. This is section 106 and this is illustration in that section. Next 60, in respect of certified copy 30-year-old which fulfills all the conditions laid under section 90 of the Indian Evidence, the court may presume. B is the answer. Next 61, a certified copy of a registered sale deed produced in evidence will be proof of execution of the original and its registration. Yes. Okay, will be a proof of execution only, or will be merely proof of the fact that an original document was registered. C is the answer. Next 62, confession of one accused is admissible in evidence against co-accused if they are tried jointly for the same offence. Not differently for the same offence, but not jointly. No. Different. No. A is the answer. This is section 30 of Evidence Act. Next 63, for the purpose of proving a registered will, it shall be necessary to call at least one attesting witness. So B is the answer. Next 64, in the Evidence Act, the condition in respect of computer output to be deemed and admissible in evidence as document is contained in section 65B, but which subsection? 1, 2, 4, 5. It is subsection 2. C is the answer. Next 65, which of the following is correct in respect of determining the date of birth of A? A letter from A's deceased father to a friend announcing the birth of A is a relevant fact. This is correct. Letter from A's deceased father to a friend announcing the birth is not a relevant fact. It is wrong. Is not admissible. No. A is the answer. This is illustration L in section 32 of Evidence Act. Next 66, which of the following is required to be proved essentially? Judicial notice have taken, so no need to. Facts admitted, no need to prove. Confession, no need to prove. Relevant fact is required to be proved. D is the answer. Next 67, opinion of experts are not relevant. Upon a point of science, it is relevant. Art, yes. Domestic law, no. As to identify of handwriting, yes. C is the answer. It is mentioned where? Section 45 of Evidence Act. Next 68, which of the following section provides that evidence may be given of fact in issue? It is mentioned in section 5. C is the answer. Section 6 is res gestae, 3 is interpretation, 4 is shall presume, may presume, and conclusive proof. Next 69, which of the following is not essential for a consideration? It must be given at the desire of the promisor, yes. Valuable, yes. Lawful, yes. Adequate, no need to be adequate. D is the answer. They're asking not essential. Consideration is defined where? Section 2D of Contract Act. And agreement without consideration is void. It is mentioned in section 25 Contract Act. Next 70, the provision relating to contingent contract under the Indian Contract Act is laid down under section 31 to 36. C is the answer. Next 71, the intimation under section 59 of Indian Contract Act must be implied या expressed, may be either expressed or implied. C is the answer. Next 72, a tender in a newspaper is an invitation to offer. A is the answer. Next 73, every promise and every set of promise forming the consideration for each other is known as agreement. A is the answer, and it is mentioned where section 2E of Contract Act. Next 74, A agree with B to discover treasure by magic. The agreement is void. B is the answer. And this is illustration A in section 56 of Contract Act. Next 75, which of the following section of Indian Contract Act defines contract? It is 2H. A is the answer. 2F is reciprocal promise. D is consideration. A is proposal. Next 76, which of the following section of Indian Contract Act defines consideration? I just mentioned it. So it is in 2D. D is the answer. A is proposal. B is promise. C is who is promiser and promisee. Next 77, an agreement without consideration is void. It is laid down where? In section 25, subsection 1. D is the answer. 2D is definition of consideration. 23 is unlawful object and opposed to public policy, and section 10 is about what is contract. Next 78, the nature of an agreement made under the provision of section 20 of the Indian Contract Act would be void. B is the answer. What is section 20? When both parties at mistake. Next 79, the liability of the surety is coextensive with that of principal debtor. It has been provided under section 128. C is the answer. 126 is what is guarantee, creditor and surety, the definitions. Next 80, an agreement to do an act impossible is provided in Indian Contract Act under section 56. C is the answer. Next 81, the contract of pledge is a contract of bailment. C is the answer. It is provided where? In section 172 Contract Act. Next 82, in kidnapping, consent of minor is wholly immaterial. A is the answer. Where is the provision of kidnapping? Section 360, 361. Next 83, A who deals in coconut oil enters into an agreement with B to sell 50 tons of oil. The agreement is enforceable by law. A is the answer. Next 84, B is wife of A. A during lifetime of B and with her consent makes an agreement with C to marry her. The agreement is void. It is barred by law, है ना? So A is the answer. Next 85, A finds the key of B's house door which B had lost and commits a house trespass by entering B's house. Having opened the door with that key, A has committed the offence of housebreaking. D is the answer. See, I have also made the formula for this. CT, ST, LHT, LHT, BN, HB, HBN. How? Criminal trespass 441, house trespass 442, lurking house trespass 443, lurking house trespass by night 444, housebreaking 445 and housebreaking by night 446. So this is illustration of section 445. D is the answer. Next 86, what punishment may be awarded to the person whose act is covered under general exception of Chapter 4 of IPC? No punishment, obviously. If somebody falls under exceptions, it is no offense, no punishment. A is the answer. Chapter 4 is from which section to which section? Section 76 to 106. Next 87, in which of the following landmark cases a 3-judges bench of Supreme Court prescribed 4-point test relating to section 30, section 303 of IPC? It is Virsa Singh vs State of Punjab. A is the answer. Next 88, inducing a person with dishonest intention to part with his property by putting him in fear of physical injury amounts to an offence of extortion. C is the answer. It is mentioned where? Section 383, theft in 378, criminal misappropriation 403, criminal intimidation 503, IPC. Next 89, A see B drowning in the river but does not save him. B is drowned. A has committed offense of murder, abatement, suicide या फिर culpable homicide. No offense. भाई उसकी मर्जी है, बचाए ना बचाए. D is the answer. वो खुद मर जाए तो. Next 90, common intention signifies similar intention या pre-arranged planning. It is pre-arranged planning. Presence of common knowledge, common design. B is the answer. It is mentioned where? Section 34 of IPC. Next 91, A knowing that B has murdered Z assist B to hide the body with intention of screening B from punishment. A is liable to. This is illustration to section 201 IPC, and the punishment is 7 years and to fine also. A is the answer. Next 92, A is the paramour of Z's wife. She gives a valuable property to A which A knows belongs to Z, and A takes it dishonestly without any authority of Z to give away. A has committed offense of theft. A is the answer. This is an illustration in section 378 IPC, theft. Next 93, which of the following is not an essential element of theft? There must be dishonest intention, yes. Removal from possession, yes. Immovable property, no. Without consent of the person in possession, yes. So C is the answer, not essential. Section is 378 again. Next 94, for the offense of abduction of person, abducted must be minor or major, doesn't matter. C is the answer. Next 95, which of the following is not an essential element for offense of kidnapping? There must be a minor, yes. Intention of the accused, not relevant. Without the consent of lawful guardian, yes. Beyond the control of lawful guardian, yes. So not essential. B is the answer again. Kidnapping from lawful guardian mentioned where? Section 361 IPC. Next 96, under IPC, attempt to commit dacoity is punished under section. See, this is a controversial question. How? Section 393 mentions about attempt to robbery, okay, and 395 is the punishment for dacoity. The definition of dacoity in section 391 mentions it when 5 or more persons conjointly commits or attempt to commit a robbery. So attempt to commit robbery is included in section 391, and punishment for that is provided in 395, obviously. So it must be 395. But on one side, when it mentions attempt to commit robbery, it means it included in 391, which is punished under section 393. So I would say that punishment for attempt or committing dacoity is mentioned in section 395 itself. C is the answer. The answer key mentioned section 393. Next 97, in which of the following cases it is settled that death sentence should be awarded only in rarest of rare cases? It was Bachchan Singh vs State of Punjab. C is the answer. R versus Govinda, differentiation between 299 and 300. Husnaira Khatun vs State of Bihar, it is on right to speedy trial. Sunil Batra vs Delhi administration, it is on jail reforms. Next 98, in which one of the following circumstances the right of private defense of the body extends to causing death? Reasonable apprehension to cause simple hurt, या फिर simple theft, reasonable apprehension of causing wrongful restraint, या फिर enact throwing or administering acid or such an attempt that reasonably cause apprehension of grievous hurt. D is the answer. And right to private defense extend to causing death, it is mentioned where? In section 100 of IPC. Next 99, as per IPC, the gang rape is punished under section 376D. C is the answer. Next is 100, to which one of the following word illegal used under section 43 IPC is not applicable? Which is an offense? It is applicable. Prohibited by law? Yes. Furnishes ground for civil action? Yes. Which is immoral? No, it is not. So D is the answer. friends, here we have discussed all the questions of preliminary exam paper of Jharkhand Judicial Services 2014.
अगर आपको इसमें कोई कमी लगी हो, कोई सजेशन हो, कोई एडवाइस हो, कोई कमेंट्स हो, तो आप जो है कमेंट सेक्शन में जाकर भी लिख सकते हैं. वी ऑलवेज अप्रिशिएट योर कमेंट्स. एंड अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छी लगी और एफर्ट्स हमारे अच्छे लगे हो तो इसको जरूर लाइक कीजिएगा, शेयर कीजिएगा अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ, सो दैट दे कैन कम टू नो अबाउट आवर चैनल एंड वो भी बेनिफिट ले सकें. एंड अगर आपको हमारे एफर्ट्स अच्छे लगे हो तो इन एडिशन टू लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब, काइंडली गिव अस अ सुपर थैंक्स. सुपर थैंक्स इज अ वे टू अप्रिशिएट द कंटेंट क्रिएटर. आप जो है जो भी कंटेंट बनाता है उसको अप्रिशिएट करने के लिए कोई भी अमाउंट जो है डोनेट कर सकते हैं. फ्रॉम मिनिमम स्टार्ट्स विद 40 रुपीज. तो काइंडली गिव अस अ सुपर थैंक्स. So friends, thanks very much for watching this video. Thank you.